Brother Derek's performance in the Santa Anita Derby, if you would, please.
Well, I thought he broke alertly and just had a perfect trip. No one pressed him. But what the impressive thing was that he settled going into the first turn and was very relaxed, more so than any of his other races. So what we did in between races worked. And when they came to him a little bit, Alex was able to just shake the reins at him and open up, and I couldn't have asked for more.
Dan, maybe you could explain to our audience a little bit more in detail what you mean about what you did with him in between races, got him to relax a little more, because earlier on in the year we know at times he was a bit keen, but Dan, was that because you had him a bit fresh by design?
It was. So, you know, I didn't want to have him pressed all year long. You can't just keep working and working a horse and racing a horse for 6 months. And what we did was we just took it easy on him out of a race. We jogged him an extra few days. We galloped easier than we really should have. And he was just full of himself going into races and a little bit keen. So in between the last 2 starts, we galloped a little extra and just, I did a little extra gate work and some schooling in the paddock and just did a little more with him, and it was enough to settle him down. And then since it worked, I'll do the same thing going into the next race.
Dan, what did your rider, Alex Solis, have to say to you after the Santa Anita Derby?
Oh, it's pretty much what you read. Alex was very excited about riding this horse. He's liked him from the beginning, and, he's just all excited. And, he said everything from wow to amazing to all that, and he's just getting adrenaline flowing. He loves riding and really gets into it. And that's why I like to ride him. He's a consummate professional and enjoys what he's doing. And he's in awe of the horse. He loves him.
Dan, you obviously needed Brother Derek to get something out of the Santa Anita Derby to set him up for Churchill Downs. How close to, well, exactly what you were looking for did you get?
Well, I hope I did. I can't change it now, and I don't know how I could have changed it in the race. So all I got to do is hope he got enough out of it. He made it look so easy. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. But I've got 3 works coming up, and I can do a little extra and if I need to. And I am where I am, and I can't change it now.
Dan, are you pleased with where you are right now, 3 weeks out from America's Greatest Race?
Oh, definitely. Like I said, the only thing I'd like to have seen is him get behind some horses and get a little dirt in his face. And not because I think we're going to be way back in the Derby, but I don't want him surprised by it. But like I said, how can I do that when there's not a horse fast enough to go in front of him to get it done? So, we're at where we're at. And Santa Anita Derby was a big race to win, and we had to, easily get the lead and take the race. So that's where we're at.
Dan, how'd he come out of the race? I know that he just galloped a few moments ago. How's he looking?
He looks great. He just galloped by about 2 or 3 minutes ago, and he's walking back now with the pony, and just doing really good. Dan, let's talk briefly about Brother Derek's schedule over the next 3 weeks. What can our audience members look for as far as workouts, both at Santa Anita and then shipping plans to get to Churchill? Well, we've tentatively set up for Monday. We got a little light rain coming in tonight, so Monday should be a good track. And if I don't like it, I can go Tuesday an easy half, maybe 5/8. I'll decide that on the day of the work. I'll follow that up the following Monday probably with maybe a nice 7/8. Sit on them, and maybe this time we'll let them run a little the last quarter, and then we ship on the 25th to Churchill. And after that, we get them settled in and give them a light breeze the week of a race. This horse doesn't need a ton of work. So, I've worked him probably half as much as any other horse I usually train, and he thrives on it. So I'm not going to change that up too much.
Dan, the only real travel Brother Derek has had thus far is having gone to New York last fall for the Breeders' Cup. How does he handle travel?
Oh, he was fine. Most horses travel well, and he was fine with it. He settled right into Belmont. He was playing and didn't get nervous about the new surroundings, and it wasn't a problem at all. So I don't foresee that part of it being a problem. No horse, you can't get any horse ready for the media frenzy of Churchill's Derby week So hopefully he showed maturity and professionalism. He'll take all that. And, you know, he's a horse that has a 2-year-old. I shipped him over one morning and worked him a half out of the gate. He walked off the track like an old horse. And whenever I've gone anywhere with him, he's never been a problem. He takes it all. And so, you know, I think I'm sitting good there.
Dan, let's talk about the frenzy of Derby Day just a little bit. Over the decades, any number of Kentucky Derby participants have lost their best chance in the race, actually prior to the race being run. Do you have any concerns at all about Brother Derek and his behavior pre-race to the Derby, in the paddock, in the post-parade, whatever? Any concerns at all?
Well, definitely as a trainer you are concerned, because, you know, all you can do is school him the day before. Luckily, he ran the other day with 50,000 out at Santa Anita. Didn't bother him at all. It's one of the quietest times he's been in the races. So we've done everything we can, and we're in the same boat as the other 19 trainers. So we'll go over there with them all and see what happens.
Dan, what are the emotions for you now? You're 3 weeks out from your first Kentucky Derby, and you have the favorite for the Run for the Roses. What kind of emotions are you feeling?
Oh, it's like everything in horse racing, up and down. You know, some days you're high as a kite, next day you're scared to come out of the barn. And, you know, and on top of that, it's just a lot of fun. We're having a blast with it. Cecil Peacock, the owner, is enjoying it. We talk every day about, you know, the big mess we got ourselves into here, and it's the kind of mess you want in this business.
Dan, all congratulations, first of all, to you and your staff. You've done an absolutely great job. We've enjoyed watching Brother Derek progress throughout the year, and we look forward to speaking to you once you arrive at Churchill.
Anytime.
Dan Hendricks, ladies and gentlemen, the trainer of the Derby favorite, Brother Derek.